Hey, what is up guys, my name is Josh and welcome to another Rogue One video. Today I'm going to read what someone posted on my 11 Things You Missed video in the Rogue One trailer, and it is, I think basically what it is, it's a prediction of what will happen in the end of Rogue One based on things we saw in the trailer, and it's really good. So much so that I actually asked if I could use this for a video and they said yes, and it's a huge kind of paragraph explaining what they think, I guess, what will happen in the end of Rogue One. So I'm really sorry that I can't really pronounce your name properly. Masij Bogdan Stefian. I'm really sorry if I can't pronounce it, but nevertheless I really appreciate it. So let's get straight into this. This is what's going to happen at the end of Rogue One. Hello Josh. Speaking about hidden things, today I am sharing this all over YouTube. Think about the crowded war room meeting shown in the trailer, the one with the hologram of the Death Star. It strikes me that in this scene they actually have the plans, hence the hologram. The plans have been stolen successfully. It seems to me that this is a scene from a much later stage of the movie. The mission was a success, and there are two survivors, Jin and the former Imperial cargo pilot. You see them and no one else from the bunch of heroes and supporting military. There are no more. But knowing what really the Death Star is makes some of the rebels doubt. The lady opposite to Mon Mothma expressly states it. What chances do we have? And then at the same meeting, when Jin speaks about hope to the politicians gathered there, the trailer switches to the ship interior and our bunch of heroes before their two missions. One, to get Jin's father, assault in the mountains at night, failure, and two, to get the plans. Daylight jungle assault and infiltration, success. But hey, they were not the audience who was addressed by Jin saying rebellions are built on hope. This hope speech is a clear reference to episode 4, and I think it is delivered when the New Hope is about to begin at the very end of Rogue One. These are the final words of the rebels passing on the fight to the events of the New Hope, so there must be something carefully hidden from the fans that makes me speculate about the movie finale, and here it is. The Empire and Vader himself moves in to get the plans back. Krennic is done with, he let the plans be stolen, and Vader punished him for that in his own way. I think he approaches Krennic to do exactly that. Looks pissed really. He moves a bit too fast for a mild conversation to ensue. So it is Krennic's course and pissed off Vader now, and his pursuit to get the plans back. I predict that the final Rogue One moments will be an onslaught on rebels gathered in that base around this hologram, and they will run for their lives, desperately trying to keep their gained knowledge to themselves. And in that last moment, the plans are sent out from this base to, well, someone travelling in space, a daughter of the former Republic senator who supported the rebellion and attended in person this very war room meeting along with other rebellion supporting politicians, which we actually see standing around the table. I think this is how Rogue One ends. Vader storms the rebel base, wreaks havoc and takes it, and then he learns about the content of the last transmission coming out. He immediately goes after this small diplomatic vessel which received the plans. The New Hope begins. I think you have hit the nail right on the head right there. Like, honestly, that is the perfect ending right there. If it's somehow, well, you know it's going to tie into A New Hope, but if it did it in this way, in this manner, that would be incredible. And it's even been speculated or confirmed that Darth Vader will have action scenes in Rogue One slaughtering rebels. This is why, because he storms the base in the end and kills a lot of rebels. Somehow, you know, some of them escape, hence Mon Mothma in the later films and stuff like that. But, you know, a lot of them are killed, and as a result of, you know, Vader storming the place. It makes perfect sense too. Like, how could they have been looking at a hologram of the Death Star without actually having the plans? So pretty much this shot of them around the table is right before the end of the movie. We could see Jyn Erso's death literally a minute after this shot. We could be witnessing, you know, the finale of the movie, and that is just mind-blowing because in the Force Awakens trailers, a lot of those shots and stuff like that were near the end of the movie, you know, a lot of them. And with all things considered, I feel like this is going to take a similar route with that, and it's going to be amazing. So, you know, credit to you, that was an amazing little kind of story right there. I think that's the way they're going to do it, and I actually really hope it's going to happen like that. Like, if it ends really abruptly and it's like an obvious kind of setup for A New Hope, like it makes everyone be like, oh, not. So that's how he goes to see the vessel, which it was the plans were sent to, kind of thing. If it was like that, I would be really impressed. And it's like an awesome little prequel to A New Hope. That would be really, really cool. So if it's like that, that's awesome, and that's really what I want to happen. I actually do want all these characters to be killed off. I think, I don't know, that would be really cool. I don't know about Jin. I feel like Jin is going to die because, like, she's not in any of the later movies. I don't think they're going to kill her off, but if she's going to get killed off, I feel like it's going to be at Vader's hand. And, you know, I just think the whole thing really works really well. And I think it's awesome that, based upon just the trailers, we can piece these things together and predict our own little kind of stories. So if you have your own little idea or stories about how Rogue One is going to end or begin, or what's going to happen based upon the trailers, or your prediction of the plot, please let me know. I personally just agree with this one. I think it's great, but you might think otherwise, so let me know. Thank you so much for your comments and your little story about what's going to happen in Rogue One. I really enjoyed it. What do you guys think about this little story? Is this going to happen? Is this how it's going to turn out? What do you guys think about this? Let me know in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed it, then please drop a like. That extremely helps me out. Guys, I finally made a Twitter account. It's at Qui-Gon Josh. That's the only name I could have if someone stole Qui-Gon Josh, apparently. But yeah, you should definitely go and follow me on that, because I'm going to post a lot of things on that to do with YouTube, my life, and just random stuff. You know, when I do Q&As, I'm probably going to ask questions on Twitter, so if you want to be involved in the next Q&A, please go and follow me on there. And also, I'll retweet, or I'll reply to you if you tweet at me, and it's just really cool, so go and follow me on that. Subscribe to me for more regular Star Wars videos, and I'll see you guys soon. Thanks for watching.